Hello, I'm Dr. Debbie Chapman from University College Cork. When I first joined UCC in the late 1990s, environmental science was fairly new in Ireland, and I was new to UCC. Prior to that, I'd been working internationally, and we were trying to establish a new environmental science, or studies as it was then, program in the university. And I felt that the ESAI would be a good way for me to not only meet people who were also interested in environmental science, but to find out what were the key activities going on in Ireland in that field at the time, and what were the key issues driving environmental science research at the time. For me, my main activity and issue has been always associated with fresh water, particularly lakes and reservoirs, but in particular freshwater quality. It's always been important to me to understand what drives freshwater quality, how does it get to be the way it is, how important it is, what effects it might have, and those sorts of questions. Once I became interested in freshwater quality, I became interested in it at the global scale. So since the 1980s, I've been driving freshwater quality, in particular freshwater quality monitoring in countries worldwide, as a means to protect better those freshwater resources through gaining knowledge and information about them. It's important to me, as I'm sure it is to many people, because the whole of life on Earth depends in some way on fresh water. We need it to survive. Our bodies, as many other organisms, are largely made up of water. So you can't get away from the fact that fresh water is absolutely essential for all life on Earth. It's important to me because it's not equally distributed around the world, and the quality of it is very variable around the world. And also because many people don't understand how important it is. So as an issue, I think it's one that needs a lot more attention, and I am happy to say that things are improving in that respect. Well, of course, I have to say access to adequate freshwater quantity and quality. We know that for many places, access to adequate quantity is an issue, especially arid regions, desert regions. But even in areas where there's quite a lot of water available, there are now issues with the quality of that water available. Poor quality water leads to, amongst other things, poor health through inadequate sanitation, for example, spread of disease, toxic compounds, many things. And so without protecting our freshwater resources, both in quantity and quality, I don't think that we can make a long-term future for ourselves or for our planet. One of the things that gives me hope, I think, is the greater awareness that is happening as a result of some young people engaging in the topic, but also how much more communities want to get involved. And I think that the new Sustainable Development Goals are helping this process. They have inspired people, they have captured their attention, and now within the UN system with which I work closely, we're trying to drive more community engagement in the Sustainable Development Goals and in the monitoring of those goals. And I see that as a positive step. The more we engage communities, I think the more likely we will succeed with some of the things that we want to do.